We got Adam Silver in the no good NBA. I'm telling you guys right now, I was one of the first people on YouTube. I said it. Where is our first round pick? The Charlotte Hornets, they thought that they could pull a fast one on us, and not today. We are here to expose Adam Silver and to demand our first round pick. So the Heat was unaware of suspicious Rozier removing himself from game incident or any NBA investigation when Miami traded for him, per sources today, as we and another outlet reported. Okay, and now this is Windhorse. The sportsbook caught the irregular betting on Terry Rozier the day it happened. Rozier didn't play the rest of the season, and he had faked the injury. So it wasn't because of the injury. The NBA pulled him. That means the betting company went to the NBA and said, listen, there's some fraudulent things going on. There's a bunch of people betting on Terry Rozier, and now he's out. The NBA, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Feds sat down. They all knew about this, and they still allowed the trade to go through, all because the NBA cleared him? You don't think that's something that the Miami Heat should know, that he was investigated by the Feds? And first of all, we didn't even hear about it. When he was in Charlotte, this was absolutely under the radar and quiet. But why is the NBA, all of a sudden the NBA is doing everything under the table? They're doing the Luka trade. They're doing the Giannis to the Knicks underneath the table. And now they did this investigation under the table. And what did Stephen A. Smith say a long time ago? I'm going to play it for you.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
And Stephen A. Smith is absolutely right. We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok, led astray. They think they're going to take advantage. Listen, you guys remember when we tried to get Kyle Lowry? They wanted to take a second-round pick, and they took that second-round pick all because Mark Cuban ran to the NBA. Oh, that's tampering. The Miami Heat were tampering with Lowry. It's our turn now. We need that first-round pick. Now, let's get into what Windhorse had to say.
Absolutely right, Rich. The NBA at some point is going to have to explain why Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing. And I just want to point something out. Mm-hmm. The sports books caught the irregular betting on Terry Rozier the day it happened, the morning it happened, when all of a sudden there was hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in on Terry Rozier unders for a relatively meaningless game in March, mm-hmm. involving the Charlotte Hornets. The sports books caught it. They told the NBA right away, and guess what? The NBA, Rozier didn't play the rest of the season, and he had faked the injury, so it wasn't because of the injury. The NBA pulled him. They pulled Jonte Porter too. They flagged Jonte Porter and pulled Jonte Porter. The NBA's measures, mm-hmm. their protection measures, the sportsbook's protection measures, triggered this. They caught it. Uh-huh. The issue, I think, is Jonte Porter. They caught, convicted, and tossed him out of the league within weeks. Rozier didn't, and this in this investigation, and I don't know if Terry Rozier is guilty. The NBA obviously didn't feel that he was; they wouldn't have let him play. But this indictment implies that there was a swath of conspirators. There was like his cousin, his cousin's friend. I mean, like all the way down to like low-level guys who won money on this bet and then immediately bet on other games and lost all the money and had to tell other people, man, I lost the money, I'll have to get it to you. Like really low-level people who were betting hundreds of dollars on this game, in addition to people who were betting tens of thousands. So my point about saying that is that there was a wide swath of people who were benefiting from this inside information on Rozier, according to the Feds, and that the NBA either didn't discover that or knew about that and cleared him.
Now, mind you, before today's arrest, and this is what I keep trying to tell people, before the arrest today, we've been hearing the rumors that he wasn't cleared. So Rozier's attorney said Rozier met with the NBA and the FBI officials multiple times in 2023, and that the initial investigation determined that Rozier had done nothing wrong. He traded for Rozier in 2024. The NBA and presumably the Hornets knew about this investigation. Former NBA player and coach Damian Jones was charged in an illegal gambling case. Now, this man, Chauncey Billups, he's cooked. All right. So X-ray machines built into the tables to read down cards. Details of rigged poker games that Chauncey Billups and Damian Jones were involved in. So Damian Jones is with allegedly, he's with the gambling, but then he's also with the poker. Contact lenses and glasses that read pre-marked cards. Secret cameras in the card trays. This is absolutely crazy. But like I said, we need to stay on this Terry Rozier thing. Remember, just the other day, they said he's not even off the hook. The minute that came out, the Charlotte Hornets need to give us our pick back, because I don't care that he was cleared before. It came back up again. The feds, bro, listen, whenever the feds come after you, that's all she wrote. Whenever the feds come, they know they got you. Now, this is how stupid these people are. So, a professional bettor placed 30 wagers in 46 minutes, all involving Terry Rozier in a 2023 NBA game, according to documents obtained by ESPN that revealed new details about the suspicious betting under the scrutiny by federal investigators. 4 teams were mentioned in the illegal sports gambling investigation as betting on the Charlotte Hornets, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Toronto Raptors, and the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, let's listen to what the feds had to say.
Players altered their performance or took themselves out of games to make sure that those bets paid out. One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023 in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. The proceeds were later delivered to his home, where the group counted their cash. As the NBA season tips off, his career is already benched, not for injury, but for integrity. As a result of this investigation, 6 defendants, including Rozier, are now facing conspiracy to commit bank and wire fraud.
And what people don't realize, this is bigger than Damian Jones, Chauncey Billups, and Terry Rozier. Okay, wait till they all start singing. Wait till that bright light hits them in the room. Bro, they're going to be singing like canaries to the feds. So Terry Rozier, he allegedly had over $200K delivered to his home after bettors cashed in on his under. On March 23rd, 2023, Rozier, while playing for the Charlotte Hornets, let others close to him know that he planned to leave early with injury. Associates bet more than $200,000 on Rozier's unders, and winnings were delivered to Rozier's home, the indictment alleges. First of all, that is so clearly obvious that they're doing some type of scheme. Who bets more than $200,000? Who does that? Associates bet more than $200,000 on Terry Rozier? Major red flag. Federal prosecutors pushed for a $10 million bond for Terry Rozier. Rozier had to give up his passport, put up his $6 million Florida home, and can't gamble after the judge denied prosecutors' request. Like I said, this is a lot bigger than what people think. There's going to be a bunch of other players, coaches, and just NBA affiliates that are going to they're going to get shaken down because no one is going to go to jail for somebody else. I'm sorry. Terry's not going to do it. Chauncey's not going to do it. And Damian Jones, they are going to be singing under that bright light. Now, let's get into what Shams had to say for the overall investigation.
So let's start with Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, the 2 active members of the NBA. And Chauncey Billups was coaching a game in Portland last night against the Timberwolves season opener in Portland. Terry Rozier was on the bench in Orlando for the Heat's season opener there. And then within hours this morning at 6 a.m. local time in both areas, in Portland, Oregon, and in Orlando, Florida, both were arrested, met in an Orlando hotel in Rozier's case, and in Chauncey Billups' home in Portland. They were both arrested. 2 different cases, though, here. One is essentially a mafia-led situation that Chauncey Billups is a part of, where he's accused of being a member. They called it a face card at these illegal poker fixing situations, events happening all over the country, in New York, in Vegas, in Los Angeles, and then Terry Rozier. This is the situation. The origin story here is with Jontay Porter. Over the last couple of years, where there were 5 co-conspirators, defendants from that Jontay Porter case, that has now stretched to Terry Rozier as far as sports gambling, involving himself with giving allegedly insider information to co-conspirators and bettors that were then able to use thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to bet on information that he gave out. Of course, this has led to seismic reverberations across the NBA. You have now at least 2 NBA careers put into peril with Chauncey Billups as the head coach and Terry Rozier as an active player.
This is all just one big mess. But like I said, I am not going to let it go. I don't care if I have to make 50 videos until I get the NBA and Adam Silver's attention. The Miami Heat, we want our first round pick back. Okay, and the money's coming off our books. Whether he's innocent or not, the money's coming off the books, and we need our first round pick. This has been going on way before the Miami Heat even knew anything about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.